Alright, I was not expecting this when we are loading in. And at least I recognize the music, that's for sure. Alright, hang on, let's turn that down for a moment, and the music. But, how's it going, YouTube? Liam from Liam's Australia here, and welcome back to Let's Play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, I am not fully done with this game yet. It turns out that there are still some endings that I need to find and explore. And specifically now, we can actually get access to the new content stuff and go back to the new content museum bit of the game. Which, as far as I understand, there is actually one particular ending from that point on. Now, the way that I can tell that I am not fully done with this game is that after when I finished recording the last episode and getting all the footage that I need for that particular bit, I took a moment to do some research on not just on Ultra Deluxe in terms of endings, but the original Stanley Parable, and I had written down a checklist on my notes. As you can see from this bit here, well, it's probably going to be blurry, but all the lists that have been checked off from this point on are from the endings of the left door. So when we actually follow the narrator's instructions and maybe go back and forth and whatnot. So there is those particular endings done. Now, what I do know is that one of the endings on the right side of the door is when you go experiencing the different games bit. But before you access those, there is that baby with the button bit. Now, I had no idea that that is actually an actual thing where you have to play that particular game for 4 hours straight. I thought that that was just a joke or like a gag of some sort. But it turns out I learned the hard way that that is actually the real thing. Now, I have not got to that ending bit yet. I did try to record a video for an Unseen Snippets clip or something like that, but at the very last moment, I sort of butchered that. So I'm going to try and tackle that for an Unseen Snippets episode in due time. But I want to try and tackle some of the endings that are easy to get, or at least has a bit of a challenge to get to. Because one of them is what is known as the whiteboard ending, which you need to have to spawn into a different layout in the map when you restart the game numerous times. So hopefully we'll get to that at some point, but let's go find some more endings. Alright, here we go. Oh, my sensitivity is so high. Wait a minute. I still haven't figured out the... So one of the endings, or at least one of the Easter eggs... So, you're going to hear the sound go up super, super high. There's this bit here. Okay. Oh, you can actually have a Windows mouse as a cursor? Oh, that's pretty cool. Don't need to worry about those, I don't think. Because now that we can get access back to the new content area... We could basically check out that particular room that has the, what was it? The King of the Sliders? I think that's what that one was. We'll make sure we'll have a look at that in due time. But let's see. Oh, look at the size of the dot.
All of his co-workers were gone. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so... Before we get to the ending that I'm looking for, I actually did take a moment to launch the original game of the Stanley Parable, and actually to see where, if the two of the endings that we had discovered, which I think was the one with the elevator and this bit here, if that was in the original game. It is not. So, this, along with the original game where we do that press conference both with and without the bucket, are all new additions to the game, which is actually something I was not expecting at all. That's actually a secret in that I need to actually explore, which I'll do that in my own time, I reckon. So we do that.
Well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Whee! Oh, whee!
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
So that was known as the cold feet ending, which I can now tick off. So, Now, there is actually also what is known as the serious ending, which I remember in the original, if you actually try to cheat your way into the game, there is a serious section bit of it all, which I think they might have removed from the deluxe edition. I'm not 100% certain. But there are two other endings that we need to check out. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin the game again. And see what happens if I can try and find the bit where the rooms or the layout becomes different, at least. Oh, hello. Ooh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ooh. Is this the layout? Is this the different layout? Oh, hello. Welcome to the... What the... Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. Oh! Dog mode. Alright, well, let's tick the whiteboard ending. Okay. So 426. Or at least we figured that one out.
Did it advance the story in any way?
Oh, it turns the clicking sound into the dog. That's pretty cool. I like that.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, so that's the whiteboard ending, which is okay. So I'm not sure if it's links up to one or two particular layout differences, but that's perfectly fine. Oh, this is the layout I was thinking of. Okay, no, so it has to be that blue room layout. That's what it's all about. Alright, so we're back at the hole. Now, the one thing I do know that we're going to check out is, if you guys remember the free new easy achievement, we're going to see if we can actually unlock it, because that's the one thing that Computer had mentioned in the last episode, was that he managed to turn the achievement on.
Now, here's simple as that.
Aha! And I've also turned on...
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
The narrator was kind of freaked out about that. I love it that was added in the dialogue. Now, you guys would have noticed that you would have saw me gotten that achievement, because I have turned on the setting on OBS to pick up the overlay, so you should have been able to see the achievement, which I reckon is pretty cool.
What else? What other exhibits?
Down the hole again!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No. I'm gonna keep on falling.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Oh. Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Alright, so yes, you could actually end up going to the bottom of the infinite hole, but I want to test out something that I had read into that I didn't watch any videos. I just know that this may be a thing.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Was there a hole roof there before? No, he added in the roof just a moment ago. Okay. Well, alright. But, oh wait, hang on. It's mostly infinite hole. Okay, but. Whee!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Yeah, but I'm not done with it.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Oop.
If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Uh-oh.
Is the, teleport button not working?
Nope.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh, he actually buggers off. So, are we actually stuck here now? Oh. Oh, what the? Ooh. I'll be honest, I was not expecting this. I knew that there was a point in time where the teleport button didn't work. Change perspective. Whoa. At least we get a better look at Stanley's model, actually. Wow. Change your perception. Change your reality. Oh. Whoa. Change yourself. Whoa, what the what the hell is this? 427. What the? Oh, it's just a puppet. It's puppets. Oh.
Stanley?
Oh.
Stanley! Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Toodlepip. Oh, I love it. Oh. Here we go again. Oh. Okay, well, at least it loads us back up in here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Oh, that is cool. And the music as well. Like, the music was a nice surprise. It was absolutely a nice surprise. Okay, so there is one spot we need to go check out. Now, we have this. Settings World Champion. So, Settings World Champion, what do we do with that? Maybe do we have to turn everything on? Is that what it's trying to tell us? And I'm not sure if... What the... Oh, and I inverted the controls, didn't I? Whoops. Okay, invert Y. Controller vibration. So, I could turn the controller on. Okay. Hello? Controller? Maybe it doesn't want to work with a controller. And you can hear the, you can hear that hole going down. I didn't even check out all of Stanley's models, or the models that would replace Stanley. What happens if I, like, turn everything... What happens if I turn everything off? And do this. Alright. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, everything's so close up. Hang on, I need to turn the subtitles on. Show subtitles. Put you there. Put you down at a small. Okay. Go back up to the door. I reckon what I should do is that I should bring the bucket down and see what happens when he reacts to the bucket if I restart the game. Okay, so it's not open. What am I doing wrong? Wait a minute. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, so settings. Aha! There we go. So it came up with the achievement. Hey! Okay, so now we have that. We can now go back into the game and then head back to the Stanley Parable 2 room.
All of his co-workers were gone.
And then we should see the door
Stanley
open.
decided
Okay.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. Here we are. Back here. Hopefully for the World Settings Champion for the last time. Is it open? Hey! What's in here?
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bumpscosity. I just still love the fact that it's using like the classic PowerPoint imagery. Oh, look. World Settings Champion. Congratulations. What's this? You are the champion of setting all the sliders at the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. I love it. That is so cool. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to check out before I start the game again and then bring the bucket back into the area. I want to see what happens if we go in here. Oop, hang on. Out of order. You've been here already. Well, we're not going back in into the figurine room. The jump circle is still closed, which is fair enough.
Calling it the... You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well, someday it is.
So you can actually change...
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
So you can actually change and choose the other balloon, but you sort of have to choose the one that you wanted to see in order for it to actually appear. But I want to test out something. Says no screenshots. I took screenshots. Alright. Take the resurgence bucket to the resurgent bucket room. Let's see what happens. Ah.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
I just love the fact that, especially when you have completed the epilogue and are able to access the Stanley Parable 2 room again, that they've found ways to basically allow. So, for example, of course, the achievement now that you can access the easy to get achievement.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, oh, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Bye, Jim. So there are so many ways you can interact and mess around with the narrator when it comes to the Stanley Parable 2. That's amazing. I'm trying to think of what else you can mess around with.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Alright, here we go again. Back down into the infinite hole. Man, that would be such a claustrophobic sort of feeling to be experiencing something like this. Just to be like going down in like an elevator, but there's no like any sort of like stop or ending or door.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Let's see what other backgrounds this has. Whoa. That's a bit trippy. Oh, hey! Some fossils? The puppies! The stars. Some underwater feeling. Whatever that is. The beach. Oh, it's those stone heads. Pyramid. What the hell is this? What the? Error. That's a familiar looking one. And that's all the models. And we're going through all of our...
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Oop, there we go.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Walking around the hole. And... Voila. Oh, man. This has just been one heck of an experience, I have to say. So, okay, as far as what I've also done, I've done some research while I was waiting. So, the serious ending that, excuse me, that I mentioned mentioned earlier, and I was talking about. So, that is not in this version of the game, and makes sense considering that it's using the Unity engine, enabling the game to be, of course, available on consoles more than just PC. So that ending is now out of the way, so we don't have to worry about that for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, that is pretty much all of the endings that I can discover, and I know that there's one more ending, which again I will tackle in my own time and probably do an unseen snippets when I am close to that ending, because again, it is involving the button and that baby from earlier, that baby game, whatever the heck the narrator wants to call it. Because I know that for my experience of trying my first attempt, you actually do have to play that for 4 hours in order to get whatever the heck is at the end of it, which I'm going to try and dedicate some time to actually try and but to try and actually get that out of the way. And again, I'll try to do an unseen snippet so that I have video proof that I managed to commit to actually getting that done. But that's all the time I have for this video, and realistically, that is the end of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh man, like even after doing the epilogue and just getting to the other bits of the game in the Stanley Parable 2 window, in the whole place, in the Stanley Parable 2's showcase floor, I guess you could say. This has still been one amazing experience. It's been a nostalgic ride, but it has been absolutely incredible to explore a lot of the old endings, but as well as the new endings, the bucket endings, and of course the infinite hole endings and everything else. It has just been one heck of an experience, and I recommend people play this game and give it a go. Whether if you're old or new to the Stanley Parable, give this game a go and give it a try. And even mess around with the console version if you can. If you have an Xbox, a PlayStation, or a Nintendo Switch, give the games a go for yourself and try out those particular games. I might even get it on the Switch just for the sake of it, of experimentation to see what it feels like with a controller, at least from some perspective. But that's pretty much all I have for this video, and that is it for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So do stay tuned for an unseen snippets of the game when I do the button game and trying to get that particular ending in due time. But that is it for Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then click the like button, click the subscribe button for more videos anyway. Until next time, I've been Liam from Liam Australia. Liam out.